The second question that boards really should be asking themselves and of their leaders in terms of, so what's our business continuity plan? Unfortunately, everyone kind of realizes that there is some day that they're going to get hit by an attack. I think the question isn't almost of if, it's more of a when. But what can organizations do to make sure that they minimize any disruption in the business?
It's preparing for the worst and hoping that day doesn't come, right? And if it does come, oh wait, I know how to hit the ground running. It's still a bad day, but I'm going to come out the other side of this, crawling or walking at least, and have business or operations intact. And so really having one incident response plan. What are you going to do when that bad day comes? But you don't just have the plan. You actually have to take it off, dust it off every once in a while and say, oh, I should exercise this. Is this still current? What do I need to change? Does Stacy still work here? Is this who I call when I need to put out my communications plan? And on that note, you have to know what you're going to communicate. Stakeholders, internal and external, you need to know what you're going to tell people. That's coming up, crafting your form of words and filling in those blanks depending on the issue at hand. We all know if people don't have in a vacuum of information, they're going to make it up. And you get that game of telephone going, and all of a sudden, both inside your company, people are freaking out, and then externally, there starts to be chatter. And so making sure you have a thorough communications plan. And then ultimately, it's really about that backup and recovery as well. You think, oh wait, we get hit. There's many organizations, we talk with municipalities all the time. They've been hit, they're able to actually get up and operate pretty thoroughly by paper and pen. But if you don't know that you can do that, you're going to be running into some hard times. And there are other organizations that once they're down, they're down. And you need to know what those boundaries look like for you. You need to know how long you can operate offline in order to accurately update your stakeholders. And I think that it's absolutely key that you're thinking through all of those things.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things you hit on, which is so important, is exercise the plan. Unfortunately, you and I both have worked with customers that thought they had a backup only to try to execute the backup, and it didn't work. Even here in SecureWorks, I mean, we are a company of cybersecurity experts, and we regularly test our IR plan, our critical situations, and everyone in the company is part of it who's responsible. And things do change, and it's important that you exercise. So I think that's a big message for boards as well, because they're also part of the plan. They can't sit back.
And it's so important for those who aren't actively doing something related to the threat. We all want to jump in and help. And so everyone needs to know what their role is. If your job is to keep certain things rolling, so when everything is solved, that you're up and running, people need to know that so that they know that what they're doing is important and keeping the wheels turning, so to speak.